So this is a series of videos looking at how I answer the questions that get asked me the most. And a very popular one is this person my twin flame or my soulmate? Now, the thing is, I don't believe in twin flames. I don't believe that there's ever one other person who completes us. I believe that we are each complete in our own, and that there are many people that could be the best fit person for us. I get very worried about twin flame readings because often it is somebody that is in a coercive or an abusive relationship who is looking for a reason for the pain that they're in. So I'm really cautious with this question. Even more when my marriage was breaking down, I had three readings with very good and quite famous tarot readers, and they all said that my husband was my soulmate. And it definitely influenced me to stay longer in an abusive relationship than I might otherwise have done. And in fact, in the end, I contacted one of these tarot readers and said, right, you said this guy's my soulmate, but to be honest, the relationship is really abusive. And it was really helpful to hear their perspective. And it supported me in leaving. So I think if you are reading for other people or even yourself, you've got to be really careful when people rock up and say, is this person my soulmate? Are they my twin flame? Because they may well be looking for reasons to undermine the pain they're in and stay in a relationship that is really abusive. So my real advice with a question like that is to start with reframing the question. I may well say to a client that I will do a relationship spread for this person, but that I don't believe in twin flames. And, if that person is really focused on wanting a twin flame reading, they need to go somewhere else because it's not something I do. Or the other thing I might do is I might start off with just doing a 3-card spread, asking, what does this person need to know right now? Or what does this person need to know about this relationship? So depending on how the person's presenting, I may just flat out say, I don't read for twin flames, I don't believe in them, but I can do a relationship spread and I can look at this person and help you to understand the relationship between the two of you. And I've got my last video was on relationship spreads, so have a look. I've got plenty on relationship spreads. Or I may, if I feel the person is vulnerable, if I feel that they are maybe somebody that's already been to quite a few tarot readers and they are looking for the answer that they're looking for, then, and I'm just shuffling in the background, then I will take it out of the question. And this is and I'm going to do a live reading for myself to demonstrate it. If I'm not sure what to ask, if I feel that my client's question isn't helpful or isn't supportive, then I will simply ask, and I'm going to do it for myself, but I would phrase it in my mind, what does my client most need to know right now? And that then creates the communication, creates the dialogue, and helps me to understand. Because often people come with a question and they may well have thought about it, but it's not quite the real question. Underneath, is he my twin flame? Maybe, is all my pain going to be worth it in the end? So asking the client, and I may phrase that very gently, I might say, right, well, before we look at the twin flames, let's ask the cards what they most want to say to you at this point. Let's start, and if you've come to me, you may well have heard me, and what I'm doing then is I'm thinking, not convinced this is the best question, not convinced reading for this question is the way I can best help you. So I'm going to not buy myself some time, but I'm going to ask the cards to help me to structure this reading. And I will circle back to your question, but it may be rephrased. And so I'm just going to demonstrate this right now. I am asking the cards what I need to know right now. This is a really useful way to use the cards. And I like to cut the deck because to me that's sort of a moment of pure focus. Because if we keep asking our cards, you know, should I write this book? You know, will I lose my house? You know, what does my ex-husband want? If we keep asking these questions, we may be missing the real, what their cards really want to say. So the Ten of Wands, yeah, I am. I've got lost a little bit recently. I am a workaholic. What you see on YouTube, this is my fun bit. Behind the scenes, I do a lot of client work, both on Zoom and in person. And I'm solo parenting 4 kids as well. So the first thing the cards want to say is that I'm losing sight of the bigger picture because I am working too hard. Yes, thank you, cards. The Tower. The Tower is about letting go of things that you have built into your life to give you the illusion of feeling safe. But that we forget it's an illusion of feeling safe and we feel safe. And this is what my workaholic does. I really moved into workaholic when my marriage was failing, and it has been a powerful crutch to get me through difficult times. But I would like to let it go now. And the Seven of Wands, one of my favorite cards, a card of just doing things my way and allowing myself to just be me and to shine at being me, and that is the best way to get this work-life balance back on track. So, you know, that if somebody is asking me a question and I don't like the question, or I'm not convinced it's helpful, or I'm not convinced that it's maybe quite what my client wants to really ask, then the question I would actually ask is, what does my client need to know right now? I also always look at the card at the bottom of the pack. The card at the bottom of the pack is the Four of Swords, which is often peace or rest, and the need for peace or rest. And that's something I'm going to be doing today, is going through my diary and making sure, excuse my frog in my throat, making sure that I've got this booked in. So this is, excuse me, I'm going to go and have a coffee next. This is quite a short video because this question could be, are they my soulmate? It could be a million questions. My regular clients pretty quickly work out what are the kind of questions that I answer, and I almost train and educate them to start asking the right questions. The questions that are helpful. And the most helpful question is often, what do I need to know right now? Or what does the tarot want to tell me at this point? So if I get asked is he my twin flame, or are they my twin flame? One of the first things I will probably do is just ask the cards, what do they need to know? And you can make the what do they need to know specific. I might ask, what do they need to know about this relationship? What do they need to know about this person? And it's a good way of circumnavigating questions that I don't think are helpful.